Hey everybody, it's the Epistemologers here, and today is another misconception, and we're going to talk about how character attacks are not persuasive. There's a misconception that they are, and this kind of cuts both ways. People think that a character attack can be persuasive, and they'll respond in that character attack being like, oh, you shouldn't hate on that person. And really, a character attack is not an argument. And so, it should not be persuasive to anyone. You're just calling an idiot. And that doesn't mean that that idiot's argument is any greater or worse than it is. So, anyone
Well, you might call him a liar. How might that affect? If I called you a liar, how is that supposed to persuade my audience? What do you think?
That I was a liar? Well,
yeah, no, if let's say we were online.
Yep.
And I was like, this guy's a liar.
Yeah.
You're a liar, T.
Yes.
You know what? How is that supposed to persuade my audience, and will it, and why not?
Well, it might persuade some of your audience, but the people, my audience would be like, well, I don't think he's a liar, and it's just kind of a he said, she said sort of thing.
Well, it's almost like so what did he lie about, and why do I care? If he's a liar, do I care at all? Like, I don't know. Like if he's saying, this is interesting, but this is I brought out lying because this is a potential, like, this is something you can do to attack their character.
Yeah.
That might be persuasive, but is again not an argument.
Right.
It's not an argument because you have to go into what they're lying about and then show why that is a lie.
If you say,
but a lot of people do not do that.
If you say I'm a liar and then you go into a big long reason why I'm a liar, that would be persuasive because
right.
Because you've gone into all these reasons why I'm a liar, and now I have to try to figure out how to, rebut, or how to say no, I wasn't lying about that, or at the time I thought that was the case, or whatever, right? But if you just
that happened to me with someone on they were saying that someone was a liar, and I basically was like, well, what'd they do? What'd they say? And this person was really bothered, and I don't know how much of it was an act, because I don't know why they would be bothered by this question, but they're like, if you don't get it by now, you'll never get it.
Which is not persuasive.
And I was thinking, well, I just came into this, like, I'm a new face, like,
yeah,
I didn't hear what you were talking about, like, why are you coming at me like this?
Yeah.
But to her audience, it might have been just like, maybe she's just irate,
Maybe.
tired of these people who don't get it.
Asking too many questions. They should respect my authority.
Or something. And maybe some people are persuaded by that. I would imagine not too many people are. I would imagine most people would find that to be, like, unpersuasive.
Yeah.
And that and that these people that are committing this fallacy I don't know if they really believe that's going to be persuasive either. They might just be speaking off like just.
It might not matter to them. It might just be, I don't.
Yeah, they might not care.
I don't care. Get away from me.
But we do see it a lot on Twitter.
Yeah.
A lot.
It happens.
There's a lot of morons and.
A lot.
Yeah. So many morons.
It's very surprising. When you actually start to engage, you see this happen a lot, and you're like, this doesn't help you at all.
No, I'm laughing because it's a double joke, because I'm saying there's so many morons, but that's what they're saying. Like, all these people are saying these people are morons, but I'm calling them a moron. I don't know. It's funny.
All these morons are saying that everyone's a moron when they just don't understand. You can't use an absolute like that. Yeah.
Well, at the end, like, really what we should be doing is just explaining reality. Like, this is what's happening. Like, get down to, like, brass tacks. I don't know what we call that. We just get real for a second.
Well,
like, we're just talking about, like, what?
Well, I think there's a good thing in having levity, right? Humanity, being a human, is not easy, and having a little bit of levity, blowing off some steam, calling morons,
yeah,
that's something that needs to happen. It doesn't mean that you're making a good argument.
That's a good point.
If I call somebody an idiot,
yeah,
that might be me just letting off steam, I'm not making a good argument, and I know I'm not making a good argument. And if people call me out on it,
yeah, right.
It's a terrible argument. It's not even an argument.
Not even trying to be.
I'm not even trying to be.
So maybe that's really all we're getting down to, is no one's trying to make an argument, but
maybe. But generally,
probably just
generally you see people who say this person's a liar. There's a type of attack that's not necessarily like blowing off steam or something, but they're trying to persuade people. And you see this a lot with people who in the QAnon community who were part of the QAnon, and then they, I don't know, something flipped, and now they are against QAnon, and they want to break everyone from the cult. And they're trying to break everyone from the cult by somehow...
By ridiculing them?
Yeah, ridiculing them into, like, shaming them into getting them away from the cult. And it just doesn't make any sense.
But honestly, the only way that does make sense to me is if they're not actually trying to break the members of the QAnon community away. They're actually just trying to create a wall for newcomers to bounce off of.
Right.
So that they don't get into that. So they hear that these people are ridiculous from the wall.
Yep.
And they think, oh, well, they're probably just ridiculous. I'll look elsewhere.
And it's a good stonewall.
Maybe... Yeah,
that's a good tactic for if you want to keep people away. If you have a large enough audience that people pay attention to, and you start saying these people are lunatics, you're going to get a good people who are not willing to explore it. However, I think nowadays that doesn't really work quite as well as it may have in the past. Because the internet allows those arguments to still seep through. Even if somebody's saying, don't listen to this person.
Yeah, you can still get to it.
You can still get to it.
It's so readily available. It's like, there's no wall. There's no actual wall there.
It's not like in the 80s where I had to figure out what bar to go to and knock on the door. I don't even know. Right? Like, how would you...
You just have to hear from...
Joe?
You just have to hear from the source.
Yeah.
Like, if there's something wrong with this person, you can figure it out by what they're saying, generally. There are some exceptions.
Right.
There are some exceptions.
And the internet provides us to a good level of interaction with people we can just hear from the source, which you couldn't really do that before, and that's the amazing thing about the internet. And so I'm all for it. You can put that, this is not tea, all for the internet. That's my banner.
All right. I think that's about it.
Yeah, I think that's a good stopping point. So please like, comment, tell me why you're all for the internet, and subscribe, and hit that little bell thing. That's important, I hear.